what is the quality of a gas balloon. So, it gets filled and then it empties. So, Baba says that sometimes we children, we say that we are tolerating something. And then what we are doing is actually filling up like a gas balloon. And then we say that that person spoke for 1 hour. And when it was too much, I just gave an answer for 1 minute. Or I just shouted or got angry for 1 minute. But the thing is, what were you doing that 1 hour? You were not in a state of peace. You were not speaking, but you were just accumulating all the anger inside. And then you just burst like the gas balloon. And Baba says that that's not the sign of a Brahmin. A Brahmin means somebody who is always happy. And you smile inside out. So that happiness is not based on anything external, no relationship external, no attainment external. It is all inside out. So you are in a state of happiness and that reflects outside when you do the karma that Baba teaches you. So Baba says, when you are that happy, then in that happiness, whatever anybody is giving you, it gets merged. So have you seen that there are 2 pictures when we study the 8 powers? There are 2 powers. One is the power to tolerate. In that there is a picture of a little child who is throwing stones on a mango tree. And then the mango tree gives him mangoes, not stones in return. And then the other picture is that of a sea. And in that sea, all the rivers come and merge. And the rivers are of many qualities. Some are, shorter, some are longer, some are dark, some are, clean. Some come from a distance, some come from a short distance. And all the rivers, they merge into the sea. And when they merge into the sea, they disappear. Those rivers lose their identity. They become one with the sea. And Baba says that you, in order to have the power of tolerance, you have to have the power to accommodate. What is the power to accommodate? That which is depicted by the picture of the sea. And Baba says, just like the sea, you have to merge everything that comes your way. And it should be, so you have to have such a big heart. And you have to have such immense peace and happiness inside that any energy which is even the opposite of peace and happiness, it just comes and merges. Excuse me. So any energy that comes your way, it just comes and merges into that happiness that you have inside. And then it turns into happiness. And there is nothing other than happiness in you. So nothing which is the opposite of happiness stays with you. But do we have that kind of happiness and that kind of peace? Because it comes from good karma. And the good karma, that the first good karma that Baba teaches us is remember Baba. So if we sit in good remembrance of Baba, then Baba, the ocean of happiness, fills us with such deep happiness inside that whatever is not happiness, it comes our way, but it doesn't sit inside us the way it came. It gets transformed. And then in your heart, you don't have anything other than happiness. And you are not feeling that energy coming your way. You have already transformed it. And you are not containing the anger or the irritation or the complaint that the other person is giving you. You just have happiness inside. So Baba says, are you filling yourself like that gas balloon which explodes? Or are you like this Brahmin soul full of happiness in whom everything merges? And only when that happens, you will constantly have the power to tolerate. And you will be able to give what you have. You will be able to be virtues, full of virtues in your conduct. You will be able to give them sweet words. You will be able to give them blessings and good wishes. Always, despite what they give you. So this is how we build the power to tolerate. And the power to tolerate, have you seen the picture of the 8 powers? The name of that picture is the 8 powers that develop through Raj Yoga. So if we are a Raj Yogi, only then can we have these powers. If we know Raj Yoga but we are not practicing it, if I don't sit in the remembrance of Baba, if I don't practice purity, if I'm still under the influence of lust, anger, ego, attachment, greed, then it's impossible to have the power to adjust or the power to tolerate. And I remember, there was this one incident where one Mata came to the center and she said that we had a big fight today at home, and she was literally shaking. And I said, what happened? So she said that, and I knew her so for very long, so I knew some of the background. So she said, ever since my marriage, I have stayed with my husband and father-in-law. And my father-in-law has been very bad mouthed. So he has always spoken very, very harsh and rude and insulting words to me always. So he has been like that, but that's his way of speaking. He always speaks like that. And I have always been very hurt by his behavior. And it's been 12 years since I got married. I have 2 children. And today, when my father-in-law was, shouting at me just like he does, I couldn't bear it anymore and I shouted back. And then I kept shouting and shouting and shouting, and I shouted for 2 hours. And I spoke about everything that he did for the last 12 years. And my husband was sitting there and he also heard everything. And then my husband was leaving for the office. And then I said that you must be thinking I am a bad person and you must be blaming me. But this person, your father is such a bad man and he speaks like this and that and nobody would tolerate that. and I did it for 12 years and you should thank me for that. And my husband said that my husband only spoke 2 sentences, but that broke me down. So I said, what were the 2 sentences? So she said, my husband said, the one you are talking about is my father. You have lived with him for 12 years. I have lived with him for 25 years extra. So since when I got married to you, I was 25. And I have 25 years more experience than you about my father. And I don't disagree with any sentence that you speak about my father. My father can insult badly. My father is he's very bad with his words. He behaves badly. He can be very difficult to tolerate. I accept all of that. And in all these 12 years, I have never told you, that he is a good person or something. Have I ever told you? No. But I am the only son, and we were supposed to live with him, and that was decided when we got married. And I know that my father is the most difficult person on the planet. And I know this for the last 25 plus 12 years. But today I know that you also don't have tolerance. So that's all I know. So, and then he left. And he said, if this is the way it has to be, let it be like that. I don't have any problem with you expressing your feelings or with you behaving like this. But now I have 2 people to handle, not just one. Earlier I thought we both will handle him, but now I will handle both of you. And he left. And then the sister was just crying and crying, and then she said, my husband spoke these words and I don't know how to interpret them, and I'm feeling very bad. So I said, why are you feeling bad? He is with you. He said that he has no problem with your behavior. So she said, but I lost all my dignity. So I said, no, but you were doing this for the last 12 years. You were not tolerating. You had a lot of complaints, and it's just that you expressed that. And he's right in saying that today he knows that you don't have tolerance and it is okay. So you see that Baba says that, even if you have tolerated even if seemingly tolerated for 12 years, if you're just filling like a gas balloon and you conduct yourself badly or you give a very loud reaction in 1 minute, you will spoil all that you did for the last 12 years. And Baba says, what I told you is about a relationship with the soul. But here we are not talking about just that. Here we are sitting in the confluence age. And Baba says that everything you do has an effect, has a bearing on your future status and your future position in Satyug. So Baba says you have to pay very good attention to that. And even if you have not spoken or reacted to something for a long time, but you give 1 minute of reaction and you spoil all that you did for so many years. And Baba says that, but if you don't do it the right way, if you're not becoming large-hearted and you're not absorbing everything, you're not absorbing in the sense taking that same energy, but are you transforming it while you take it in? Are you becoming that person full of peace and happiness that everything that enters you turns into happiness? Or are you keeping that which is not happy in your heart? Because then your heart will well up and then it will start, bleeding. So Baba says that you have to use this power of accommodation where you change whatever is coming, the energy that's coming, you transform it into positive and then carry it in your heart. And when you keep doing this, then you can be tolerating forever. and the only thing that you have to be concerned about is your karma. And if you did this, then your karma will be all right, despite whatever is happening outside. And you don't have any business with whatever is happening outside. You have to move forward with your sanskar and your karma. So please pay attention to that. And Baba says it's very important to be Trikal Darshi at this time. So look at all the three aspects of time. Look at the past and know that whatever is happening is a karmic settlement. Look at the present and understand that whatever is happening, you with Baba is stronger than this. And look at the future and know that how you respond to this situation will have a bearing on your future status. So Baba says, keep all these three things in your awareness when you are in the midst of a situation. Know that you have a big karmic account from the past, so things will turn ugly and they will come your way like this. And don't put a question mark, put a full stop, that's okay, it is what it is. And then when you look at the present, you know that you're not alone. You're with Baba, you're with Baba's knowledge, powers and virtues, and you're stronger than anything that's coming your way. And then when you look at the future, you understand that every single response that you give in the present will affect your future status, position, and your future attainment. So be very, be very patient and respond appropriately to every situation. So this is something. And then today Baba says that in this drama, 1 second is not like the other second. And yesterday I was sitting in this meditation in Numasham, and it was a collective meditation. And it was so beautiful to, when I went to the soul world, I was sitting in front of Baba, and I felt that, I am a soul and I have my mind, intellect and sanskar with me, and I also have my whole part with me. So, my whole part, whatever I have to do in every second of the drama, in every second of the 5,000 years, is exactly recorded in me. So, I have got nothing to do with any scene of the drama. I'm a full package. So, I enter this body and I just have to play my role, that which is already ingrained in me. And the only entity that I have any business with is Baba. Because when I lose my qualities, I lose my virtues and powers, then Baba comes and acts as the catalyst and brings that out. So, if you look at it that way, then a soul has to play his part with Baba, and a soul has to play his own part, which is already recorded in itself. So, a soul has got nothing to do with the situation or with whatever is happening in the scene of the drama. But you see that in body consciousness, we have attached ourselves to this idea that the situation or the circumstance determines our behavior and our action. But Baba says that when you see yourself in the spiritual dimension, then you see that you are a complete entity who has everything, who has the mind and intellect to create thoughts, focus, and you have the capacity to discern, decide, and then you have the capacity to evaluate right from wrong, good from bad. You have your sanskars, and you also have your whole part, that which is to be played, that which was played, is to be played, or is being played. Every part is recorded in you. And what you have to do is, you just have to be with Baba so that the best of your part emerges. So, when Baba comes and we are with Baba, then our Sangam Yugi part, which is the best part recorded in us, emerges in me. So, I have to just be in remembrance of Baba and play my part. And it has got nothing to do with the situation or the scene that I am in. So, how my thoughts have to be, or what decisions I have to take, or what actions I have to perform, they are all between me and Baba. And Baba says that in this drama, not one second is like the other second, which means that you think so much about what's happening in this second, and then you take a decision based on that second. But when you put that decision into execution, that second has already passed. And it's a new second and a new scene. So Baba says that this drama is recorded second by second. Have you seen that when there is a video? So, earlier they used to make cartoons, and in that cartoon there were 8 slides in 1 second. So, it were 8 slides set one after the other, and that gave you the illusion of a movement, and you thought that it's a continuous 1 second movement, but actually it was just 8 photo frames one after the other, and it looked like a picture in motion. And Baba says, this drama also, it looks like, it's a continuous thing, and then there is a past and a present and a future. But this drama is also moving second by second. And in this drama, no 2 seconds are the same. So, whatever you carry as the past in your head, which is influencing your present or your response in the present, is just something that you're carrying in body consciousness. But if you want, you can just let go of your past, the past second, and just be a new person in this 1 second. How much baggage are you carrying from your past? How much does your past define you? Do you understand? So, do you understand the implication when Baba says that this drama moves second by second? Do you understand that if you leave the body this second, then you will forget everything that happened until now, and you'll take a new body and start afresh? Yes, you may take your sanskars and karma with you, but no memory. But you carry so much memory of the past, and that memory influences your sense of self. That memory influences who you belong to. That memory influences your sense of purpose. That memory influences what you are capable of. But Baba says this drama is created second by second, and if you could just let go of that memory that you're carrying with you about who you are and who is yours, or what is your purpose, or what are your limitations, or what are your capacities. So all that memory, if you just dropped and you just took Baba with you in this second, because Baba is present with you in this second. If you just took Baba with you in this second, and you took whatever Baba is telling you about yourself, you could just turn your life around in this 1 second. Do you understand that? So, just like you see that when a child is born, then based on the past, the child has sanskars and karma. The karmic baggage is there, the sanskar is there, but then there is no memory. So, that memory that child has lost. So, if the child wants to, the child can just adopt whatever he gets from the new parents, and they can start a new, new journey. Similarly, Baba says that now I'm your new parent, I'm your new teacher, I'm your new Satguru, and I'm the highest on high. And now all that happened in the last second is past, and now in this second it's all new. And just forget everything that you know from the past, and just take me as your father, teacher, and Satguru, and start afresh. So Baba says there is no connection between the old second and this new second. And do you understand that, for example, you have been a very deceitful person with somebody, and for 20 years maybe. But then today you want to be honest. So do that, because that which you did should not hold you back from doing what makes sense to you right now. Baba says, because no second has any connection with the past second. And have you seen that people use your past against you also? Yes, people will say that you did this 10 years back or 15 years back, or so you're this person and that is who you are, and they define you with what you did in the past. And then they say that when you are this person, then you cannot be this person that you're trying to be today. But Baba says this is absolutely incorrect, and there is no connection between any past second and any present second. And even today, you see, right now I am this Brahmin, but tomorrow I am going to change into an absolutely new deity. It will be a new body, new world. So every second is full of so much hope. So don't let your past memories, your past self-image, your past relationships, your past, your past sense of purpose to pull you down. So this is something very interesting. And you see that in 1 second, Kali Yuga changes to Sangam Yuga. When Baba comes, in 1 second, Kali Yuga changes to Sangam Yuga. Just like you see, in 1 second, the night changes into day. So similarly, Baba says that 1 second, Kali Yuga changes to Sangam Yuga, and in 1 second, you become the one who was burdened with your past sins, the burden of sins, to the one who has the opportunity to burn all those sins and just rise from those ashes. So Baba says this second by second is a very beautiful thing. Although it looks like a continuity, you can make an interception in any second you want. So every day when you get up, when we use the morning Amrit Vela meditation in a very powerful way, and every day when you get up, just set the plan for yourself for the next second. Don't look back, don't look at what happened, don't look at what you did or who you were in the past second. Every new second is an opportunity, and you can use it to create a different version of you. And there is another thing that Baba tells us in the Murlis, which is no two souls have the same parts. So just like no 2 seconds are the same, no two souls have the same part. And even one soul doesn't have the part, the last second doesn't match the present second. And with two souls, it's impossible to have the same part. And I remember, there was this one brother, and he was not on good terms with another Brahmin. And he told me that, Didi, you don't know their Lokik family. They are four brothers, and one of them is a thief, another person is this and that, and the third person is like this, and he's the fourth one. So what can you expect from him? So if the family is like this, then I don't have any hope in this person as well. So then I told him, and yes, Baba says in the Murli that we were all created in packages and then sent together, and we are all clones for each other. So then he said, no Didi, what are you trying to say? So I said, in the Murli you study that no two souls have the same parts. No two souls have the same programming. So what makes you think that somebody is like their father or like their brother or like their sister or like their spouse? What makes you think like that? And if you think like that and you have that vision, then obviously you will see the manifestation of your own vision. But that doesn't mean that two souls have the same part. And even one single soul doesn't have the same part that they had the last second. So leave alone two souls. So Baba says, when these are the limitations in our awareness that do not allow us to actually imbibe what Baba is teaching us. Because you are always in your head limited by your past version of you. And Baba says that stop doing that. So stop making your past second accountable for your present second. And stop comparing between two souls or comparing the past of one soul with their present and their future. And many times you see somebody's present and you also think that, if they are like this in the present, then they will have this future. So let's say somebody is not studying, then you say this person will fail or this person will not do well. But do you understand that no 2 seconds are the same? And today they are not studying, but tomorrow they might. And then day after tomorrow they might just be coming first in the class. So don't have this, don't carry the burden of your past, and don't have projections about the future based on your present also. But take the opportunity of the present and make the most of it. And in the present, know that this is the most auspicious moment, and it is Sangam Yuga, and Baba is here, and it can't get better than this, and make the most of it. So just start where you can start, and that is in the now. And I remember, there was this one Mata, she used to tell me that my son is now the CEO of a company, and he failed every year while he was in school. In one subject or the other, he would fail. And I was the principal of that school. It was a government school, and I was the principal of that school. And teachers used to laugh at me. And they used to tell me, you're the principal and your son fails in one subject or the other every year. But I thought, that it's okay, even if he fails, no problem. I have my good wishes with him, and whatever he becomes, I will be with him. And I was a single mother, and I never complained, I never shouted at him, I never screamed at him. I just encouraged him. I always told him, "Beta, you're the best, you can do better." And after he passed his graduation, he just flew. I don't know what courses he did, what he did, but now he is doing the best in life, and everybody that who know him are proud of him. So you see, no second is the same as the other. You can have a whole history of failures, and then 1 second it just changes. So Baba says, just take this knowledge in your awareness. Don't have this limitation of the past pulling you down in the present. Okay, Om Shanti.